Hi, my name is Haley and I'm back with another late holiday video. It's been like over a month since I've made a video, but I have been working a lot. I wanted to have this video out by Valentine's Day. Clearly that didn't happen, but it's still a story I think you all might enjoy, so here it is in late February. Unless editing takes forever or I procrastinate, in which case, it's March. This is my first actual story time video. I'm going to tell you the story of how I asked a guy out with a note in middle school. Take yourself back to 2006, if you were alive then. If you're not, you're making me feel really old right now. Haley is now in middle school, 6th grade. I have a summer birthday, so I was on the younger side. I was 11, and there was this boy that I had been crushing on since 4th grade. We'll call him Max, because his name was Max. In my head, I had been flirting with this boy for like 3 years. I thought he was super cute and super funny. He had this curly hair and one of those like rat tail braid things. I really know how to pick them, guys. When we were in elementary school, I had this pet rock that I named Fred, and I would keep him in my desk, and Max sat near me, and I'd be like, I have to go sharpen my pencil. Will you watch Fred for me? Or at least that's how it felt in my head. In reality, it was probably like, I'm gonna sharpen my pencil. Will you, Fred? Okay. He would, and to me that was flirting. Also, thinking back to it, it's kind of funny that I named the rock Fred because now my dad calls me Fred. Not because of the rock. He just calls me that. I don't really know why. So in my head, this had been a long flirtation. I had been working up to this. I was in 6th grade, and I went to my older sister, because who knows more about love advice than your older sister? My big sister told me to get out of my head, that I needed to take action and do something, that if I just sat there thinking about him forever, nothing would ever happen and I would never move on. I think maybe she was dealing with her own stuff. I was way too shy to talk to him in person, so we came up with the perfect idea. I would write him a letter. I remember practicing it multiple times on notebook paper and showing them all to my sister, being like, which one is better? When it was time to write the final draft, I took out a piece of blue construction paper, and I think I wrote in pencil, which, if you've ever seen pencil on blue construction paper, that's hard to read. I don't know why I chose that. I think I said something along the lines of, I think you're really cute, and I like you, and I just wanted to know if you like me too. About to make myself seem really old, but I told him to answer me through email. I was like, here's my email address, email me yes or no. I folded up the note, but remember, I was really shy, so I wasn't about to deliver it to him in person. I had another brilliant idea. When I was in middle school, choir and orchestra shared one room. I was in choir and he was in orchestra. So when I was in there for choir, all the orchestra instruments were there. And that meant that his violin case would be in there. I grabbed my friend who was also in orchestra and was like, do you know which one is his violin case? You gotta help me find it. I have to proclaim my love. You gotta help me out. I remember thinking it was gonna be this easy, like, slip and then walk away really fast. But I didn't realize that violin cases are kind of difficult to open quickly. So I just sat there and like quickly rattled with the hooks and accidentally drew way too much attention and then threw it in and then closed it and couldn't get it to close and then finally did and walked away and was like, I'm the smoothest person ever. Nobody knows what's going on. I did have a couple people be like, wait, what were you doing? And I was like, nothing. Don't work. Nothing. My heart pounds the rest of the day until I get home. I run downstairs and get on the computer, and I have to plug in the little Ethernet cable, and so my mom can't get on the phone and she's mad, and my sister can't have a turn on the internet and she's mad, but I'm like, guys, this is serious. You need to let me do this. So I sit at the family computer, open my email, and just refresh. Stayed on for as long as my mom would let me, and I didn't get anything back. Okay, don't panic yet. Maybe he didn't get it. Maybe he read your email wrong. Maybe he's just trying to cause suspense. Maybe he doesn't have access to the internet, because that was a thing in 2006. I started to wonder if he even had an email address. I tried to calm down, went to school the next day, and same thing. As soon as I came home, my heart was beating, and I was like, refresh. Still nothing. I probably waited like 2 or 3 days, but to me it felt like I waited 2 whole weeks without any answer. And finally I was like, I gotta confront him, I gotta tell him, I gotta talk to him in person. 1 hour we had a class kind of close to each other. So instead of just leaving when I was done, I waited for him to walk past and then scooted into the hall next to him and was like, hi. He was like, hey. And then there was an awkward silence for forever. And I remember in what I thought was like the most dramatic, I'm in a movie-esque way, I sat there and I was like clinging to my books and I was like, I need an answer. I had made one very important mistake. It was a very important detail that I had overlooked. Something for some reason I didn't even think about asking or looking into. Turns out, he had a girlfriend. My 11-year-old heart was crushed. I went to math class holding back tears, and I used a hall pass, which was a big deal. I used a hall pass to go to the bathroom, and I sat in the stall and just cried. Cried. I was so sad. When I got home, I told my sister the whole thing, and I think I cried again. But you know what happened a week later? I got over it. I didn't care anymore. It was done. It was in the past. Not a week later. Month. At the time, I remember that being so embarrassing and upsetting, and I just felt so bad about it. But now I look back and I just laugh. And my sister was right. Writing that letter and finding out that he had a girlfriend made me not care about him anymore. I've been trying to find a moral to this story, and it's probably something like, you don't need to be with someone to be happy, or being rejected happens to everyone, or things that happen in the past are fine in the future. But the moral I'm gonna go with is, don't fall for a guy with a rat tail, because that's not gonna end up well. So happy late Valentine's Day. I hope you had a good day. If you're single like me, I hope you were really nice to yourself and did something for yourself. If you are with someone, then good for you, and I hope you had a good Valentine's Day too. And if for some reason Max is watching this, that was 12 years ago, water under the bridge, why didn't you just email me? That's all I've got for this one. I hope you enjoyed my story. Have a good day, whether you're single or in a relationship or it's complicated, and don't forget to take care of yourself. Hey, it's end screen time. You should tell people about my YouTube channel. Click on things and subscribe. Okay, bye.